Welcome to Riftway Cataclysm's first ever battle report. Riftway Cataclysm is a free tabletop strategy game where you can craft your own faction using your favorite models and engage in one-of-a-kind strategy combat across all of time and space. Today, the oppressive Twin Column and the Norda conspiracy face off, battling for control of the World Eater bioweapon. You'll see chips fly, minis die, and how Riftway Cataclysm is a wargame like no other. You can play at home for free by visiting riftwaycataclysm.com. Download the rulebook, print your own supplies, use your favorite minis, and join the Rift Wars.
Mission site. Agri Facundi, Class M Tithe World. Central Theology is stationed in Sector 1515, monitoring an anomalous life form believed to be a bioweapon. At 0720, research bishops reported the anomaly laid 4 egg pods, and the second oppressor cadre was deployed for judgment. En route at 0750, approximately 20 unidentified life forms, armed, are spotted in the vicinity. Proceed with caution. Praise be the Church State.
A Norda conspiracy, a splinter cell of cyber-augmented verminoids, has come out of hiding to harvest the eggs of their newly matured World Eater bioweapon, the culmination of years of scheming. Conspirator conscripts, tank hunter insurgents, and the fierce bio-martyr champion emerge from the warrens hidden beneath Agri Facundi, all led by the mischief Cybrat and his brood king excreta beast. Twin Column Holy Command has mobilized the second oppressor cadre to smite the eggs before they're weaponized. A platoon of column trooper riflemen, Republic defenders, an Omnitrack Gatling tank, and a warbotic commando are the first on the scene. In this mission, both armies score victory points for controlling each of the 4 egg clusters, scoring 1 point for controlling the eggs nearest their deployment zone, 2 points for controlling the eggs in the no man's land, and finally scoring a decisive 4 points for capturing the eggs in the enemy's territory. Whoever can secure or destroy the most eggs in 5 turns wins. Each general draws 2 secret objectives and discards 1. The Norda general chooses First Blood. If they lose the first troop or have fewer troops at the end of turn 4, they score 2 victory points. The Twin Column general selects Desperate Charge. If one of their long-range units charges into melee before turn 5, they score 2 victory points, and may do this up to twice. Each general starts the game with 5 strategic tokens, 1 plus another for every living enemy troop. Strategic tokens are vital to success. They're used to activate special ploys mid-battle, and most importantly, in strategic gambles, where both players secretly wager tokens to block damage, capture objectives, and win first activation. Mischief Cybrat's Neural Sphere grants him Power 1, and he draws 1 Riftwake token, which can be used to manifest metaphysical powers. Cybrat can delay a unit's death by shielding them in a temporal paradox, as well as manipulate enemy troops' activation order by using Stoke Rage. With that, the battle for Agri Facundi begins. The Twin Column have the special military doctrine, Praetorian, allowing them to add or reposition 1 piece of low cover at the start of the game. They steal the tank hunter's wall and give it to their Republic defenders. The Norda conspiracy's military doctrine is, appropriately, foresight. They flip the southern objective to their control at the start of the game. The Norda are also motivated by chaos, so they earn a strategic token each time an objective is captured. Our generals do a strategic gamble to see who activates the first troop. The Twin Column win, betting 1 strat token to the Norda's 0. The Twin Column activate their defenders. They have a 5-inch movement characteristic and may perform a 5-inch run as their action. They're also upgraded with the War Gear speed enhancers, giving them +1-inch movement. they move and run towards the objective. A strat token is spent on double time for an additional 2 inches.
Move it, move it, move it.
The defender's early aggression will force the Norda's hand. The Norda activate their conspirator conscripts. This troop has 2 units, so they may activate both of them together. The first squad of conscripts moves ahead 6 inches. The Norda faction has the martial prowess, Psychic, which represents their iconic Neural Hood's ability to hack enemy tech. Their units may manifest Kinetic Bolt. The conscripts attempt to remotely sabotage the rifleman's Atmo rig. To successfully manifest a power, they must win a strategic gamble. The Norda bet 1 Riftway token and the twin columns do not contest. 1 rifleman is killed. The conspirators then attack using their scrap rifles, placing 7 1-damage tokens on the Republic defenders. 2 attacks are removed for shooting through the forest. In Riftway Cataclysm, attacks take time to resolve, so this damage will not take effect until either the defenders or the conspirators activate again. The second unit of conspirator conscripts move and run, taking cover behind the bioweapon's chitinous ovipositor. They also attempt to hack the rifleman by manifesting Kinetic Bolt. Both the generals wager 1 strat token, resulting in a tie. Since both players have 0 victory points, a coin is flipped and the Kinetic Bolt fails to manifest. Ties are otherwise won by the losing player. The Warbotic Commando exits its garrison and moves up behind some low cover next to their home objective. It fires 10 1-damage attacks at the insurgent tank hunters. The Biomartyr champion moves and runs to occupy the forest, giving it cover from enemy fire and putting it into charge range of the Republic defenders. The champion excels at shredding armored foes and eyes his prey hungrily. The riflemen take cover in the woods and fire 10 2-damage tokens at the enemy tank hunters, a potentially lethal blow. The Norda are taking heavy fire and Mischief Cybrat steps in to save his co-conspirators. He moves to intercept the attack on his tank hunters and returns fire on the Warbotic Commando. The Commando has Elusive 2, so it only takes 2 4-damage attacks. Cybrat's Plasmid Sling suppresses 2, but the Warbot has Fearless 1, so only 1 attack is removed on the tank hunters. As a free action, Mischief Cybrat attempts to manifest a temporal paradox, which would allow the doomed tank hunters' outgoing damage to persist beyond their death. The twin column bet 2 tokens to stop the attempt, but the Norda bet 3, so the power manifests, and the Norda need only discard 1 strat token. The insurgent tank hunters are now trapped in a paradox for the rest of the turn. Lastly in his activation, Mischief Cybrat intercepts the 9 damage from the Warbotic Commando, saving his fragile tank hunters. The Norda call for a lethal gambit, hoping to ignore some damage. The Norda bet 3 to the twin columns 0. Each token wagered by the Norda ignores 2 damage. Cybrat's Excretor Beast has quick reflexes, so successful gambits ignore 2 additional damage. Cybrat manages to only suffer 1 damage, and his activation is over. The Omnitrack Gatling tank moves into position and unleashes on Cybrat and his Excretor Beast. It suppresses Cybrat's attacks down to 1. This triggers the twin columns faction motivation, Oppression. When they suppress or block an attack down to 1, they gain a strat token. The insurgent tank hunters are the last troops to be activated in this turn. The first unit takes cover in the ruins and unleashes a pair of 4 damage snapshots at the Gatling tank. They're also able to scramble war machines, removing 1 attack from their Mischief. The second unit of tank hunters unleashes their full barrage on the Republic defenders. By not moving, they're able to shoot 2 additional attacks thanks to their fire-away ability. However, they're quickly cut down by the rifleman's devastating gunfire. But since they're trapped within a paradox, Their attacks persist instead of being reduced to 1. At the end of the turn, objectives are captured and scored. The Norda continue to hold the southern objective, scoring 2 victory points. The twin-column warbot captures their home objective, scoring 1 victory point, as do the Norda conscripts. The Norda's chaos motivation triggers twice, earning them 2 more strategic tokens. The first turn is over. By moving the Republic defenders first, the twin-column general was able to gain much-needed ground before the firefight began. The twin column needs to play aggressive to catch up to the Norda's early capture. The Norda haven't dealt much damage thus far, but by saving the tank hunters to activate last, they have the chance to deal a whopping 24 armor-piercing damage if they can activate first in the following turn. A lot is riding on this next strategic gamble. Each general gains 5 more strategic tokens with which to wager, and Mischief Cybrat generates 1 Riftway token for the Norda. Turn 2 begins.